Well, I'm only suggesting that I work for specific people. He's one of the people that I work for purely because he's the one who gets me what I need. He's one of the people that are able to get me what I need.
When you leave, click end multiplayer and you'll get.
He works for CAC C Shaw ONI. He works with Echo.
I work for one of the guys who I work for. One of the guys who I work for is CAC C Shaw. I don't agree with him, and I don't agree with his methods. I don't like the fact that he starts drama in the community. Yes, I'm well aware of the sort of things he's gotten up to because he's told me, and his members have told me to be wary of him. Because he tried to actually recruit me at one point, and he said, why don't you actually become a member of my ONI so I can trust you a lot better? And I said I'd think about it, and his members themselves told me not to bother because it'd be a waste of time, and I would just get dragged into a lot of drama, and the fact that apparently he's caused UNSC clans to attack one another, like literally just attack one another, like that's another reason why I tend to keep out of his way, really. He just gives me things, I just do little jobs for him.
So you work...
Yeah, well, I'm essentially a private military contractor. I just work for him. I don't necessarily agree with him. He just gives me what I need. I use him. I basically use him to get certain things because he can provide me with certain tools and certain people I need to talk to get to certain people that need dropping. So if that makes any sense. I don't agree with him. I just work for him. I'm not a sympathiser of his. I just work for him because he's got all the gold packs, you know, or he can afford the gold packs. That's it. Just because I work for a client doesn't mean I like him.
Alright. Just
a lot of time he'll pay me with gold packs and things like that, and that's usually how it works. And people hire me, they just pay me with gold packs. That's usually how mercenaries work.
Oh, I need to ask you a really big question. Has he initiated Delta Black yet?
No, he actually hasn't. That's actually still in planning. But I can tell you one thing though. His friend, Mythic Skulls, he was just in the game with me a minute ago. He's another guy that I work for who works for Shaw. He's running something called ONI. He's running something called Operation Cerberus or Cerberus. I don't know how you say it. I think it's Cerberus. He's starting up his own Spartan 3 program, and he wanted me to conscript his Spartan 3s for him because he knows that I'm a former Noble 6. I was part of Shawn for Japan's ONI back on Reach, and I was part of his Brigade 5 division. But I left in 2016 because of all the drama. So yes, I'll admit it, I'm an ex-Spartan 3. I was at Noble 6. Yes, I was part of a special ops team for Shawn for Japan's ONI, but it was a massive waste of time. And leaving it was probably the best thing I did because I was actually depressed when I was part of this community. I was literally depressed the entire time.
That's rough.
So, if you do nothing but get into fights with people, watch them get booted offline because they're wearing a Spartan tag when they're not supposed to be because they didn't earn it or something like that, you know, it got annoying after a while, and I just eventually left and went private. So. Yeah, when it comes to CAC Shaw, I'm not a friend of his. I just work for him. You know, if he needs something done, I'll do it for him, but I'll expect something in return. Like I said, there are clients that I work for, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I like them. It just means I'm using them for resources. So if you think I'm one of those guys who thinks Shaw's like the best guy in the world, then you've got the wrong guy.
Alright. That changes a lot of things. For me, anyways. That probably won't change anything with Kurt. But I'm fairly surprised still that he hasn't initiated Delta Black. Because literally we just made a whole montage of us doing quote unquote. I know. I'm just saying. It really surprises me that Echo Shaw hasn't come across it yet. It was just... Yeah, I know. Well, I've seen his members like wear that before, or people who work for him before, and they've acted the same thing as their standard. So, yeah, I jumped the gun a little there. That was my fault for sure. Yeah. The reason why I reacted like
it's just shitstorm though, dude.
Like
the game is literally a shitstorm.
Yeah. So the reason why I acted like that was because normally whenever I get people in